My name is Alia Jones. I'm a lead producer on A Streetcar Named Desire. I've been working on Broadway for 5 years. The last production was Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. I was brought into this business by a mentor, Stephen Bird, who's my producing partner, and his vision was to produce Cat on a Hot Tin Roof and A Streetcar Named Desire as American classics that had not been done before, featuring casts of color. And so I thought that was something that I could definitely subscribe to and champion. Well, I would say that I don't think that race is necessarily a factor that changes the meaning of the text as much, but I will say that having more color in the cast is more reflective of that neighborhood. The Faubourg Marigny in New Orleans, where Tennessee Williams hung out, where he lived, where he worked, where he wrote Streetcar, and where he had Stella and Stanley living. And so it was a bohemian neighborhood when he was writing the play. It was one of the only neighborhoods that really had this multicultural mix of people. And so I feel like our presentation of Streetcar is more true to what was actually happening than other versions that we've seen, where you have a very traditional cast, and Williams has actually called out one Negro woman, one Mexican woman in the cast. We did Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, and it was the biggest grossing play on Broadway in that season when we had Cat on Broadway. And so those investors continued with us for Cat on the West End, which did comparable business, and then came on board. We've had several return for A Streetcar Named Desire. Broadway is booming right now, and so it's almost unprecedented. 39 theaters are full of the 40 Broadway houses. So 39 theaters have shows in them. I say that because we've waited for a theater for some time, just because the theaters have been full. They've all had shows in them. And so that was one of our challenges with this production, is waiting and keeping the cast excited about being on Broadway and being in this production, and keeping all of that scheduling together, and our investors and everyone intact. So that when the theater owners called, we could respond.